I'm sippin', 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 I'm sippin'.
Sippin', I'm 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 sippin'.
Now, so I guess you can say it again.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Boy, write me some bars later.
This is Sippin' with Sammie, Sam Malone, Barstool Rug. If you ain't sippin' with Sammie, you ain't sippin' right. Get your fucking life together. And I got the Fly Girls with me. On the left of me is...
Y'all know who it is. It's your highness. Hashtag chick with the juices. Juicy baby, the party plug. If you know, you know. If you don't, you better get on the fucking wave. And I'm here with my girl,
Paulie. Please don't forget the baby. It's a pleasure to be here, sipping with Sammie.
Always a pleasure to be surrounded by such flyness.
You know what? I think we've been trained in the last few days, guys. We just did I cuss? I cussed, but you guys didn't.
But the thing is, we cuss on this one. So I was wondering why y'all was non-cursing in your intros, but I was like, we can go with it.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I think we got programmed the last couple days between the Hip Hop Awards and our journey today on trying to speak properly and not be so raw. Well, be raw without cussing. That's hard.
I did I think Paulie was in there at the Hip Hop Awards when I was doing an interview with the young lady. What's her name? BBB?
Yeah.
And I got all the way through the whole
cousin.
interview. And I cussed the word before the last word I said in the interview.
Right at the end. We kept trying to do the drop for Diamond. For the radio show. And kept cussing.
Yeah.
It's horrible, yo. It's bad. But one thing about me, the reason like I'm usually good at cutting it off is because I was doing all 3 shows at once.
Right.
Like I was on glocawearradiostation, I was on FM, and I had the podcast around the same time. So it was like 3 different days of the week. I had to be 3 different kind of energies because I'm the same person on Sammie as at glocawear, but it's a crowd.
Yeah.
So you gotta like control traffic at the same time as you doing what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So they're 3 different environments completely.
Right.
So I just got used to like, all right, I'm here, I can't curse. But it was weird because I was doing Sammie when she interviewed me in the middle, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so it was like you had to cut it off real quick and it slipped in at the end.
But it's all good practice, man.
It's hard for me.
We ain't do it live on air, so we ain't get nobody no fines.
Right.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's all that matters. As long as they don't get hit with that. And you know what the rule of thumb is with that. When it comes to radio and stuff like that, they got to catch the curse.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But you don't want to be the curse they catch.
Right.
Because they going to send you the invoice.
Got you. Got you. Yeah, so note to self.
Yeah.
I don't think you're ready for mainstream radio, kid.
But there are delays. There's cough buttons.
My name?
There's delays on radio a lot of times. There's cough buttons and there's dump buttons. So if they could catch it, they could hit it.
Dump,
Yeah. Listen.
Don't they have? Aren't there programs though that they have? Like you don't even have to press the button. Like they'll catch the curses. They'll catch the curses.
Blurt them out.
At this point, they probably do.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past them.
I wouldn't be surprised.
We was, the station I was at wasn't on the latest of technologies.
Okay.
So we still had them buttons in effect, but we ain't really had to use them much. The crazy thing is, the guests would usually slip up and curse, and they would all say the same curse.
What?
Fuck.
Fuck's the hardest thing not to say.
No, it was shit. It was shit. It was shit. They would all say shit, but the thing is, they would curve the fuck, and the next word would be shit.
Fuck shit.
Like it'd be like fuck shit.
That's what I thought I was going to do.
Then we'd be like this, and they'd be like, oh, no, keep going, don't draw attention to it. Keep talking. Right. We're not going to pause on the shit.
Keep going.
Like, please, just
show must go on.
Don't even. Apologize for that on a break, on commercial break. Mm-hmm. Right now, act like that didn't happen.
Mm-hmm. Did y'all ever see? It was the news. I want to say, we either had a storm.
Was it with the black guy?
And they was interviewing the black
and the
dude.
Fly, one of his
No, not the reporter. This was in Philly.
Oh.
And it was on Fox. I actually got it on video in my phone. And she's asking the guy something, and the boy like, yeah, man, I don't even know why the fuck they out here doing it. She's like, yeah, so and he like, oh, we can't say fuck. No. Well, shit, then I'm out then. Like, what the hell happened? But it was hilarious because it was live. It was loud and clear as hell. And she was just looking so... reporters have it so bad sometimes, yo.
Remember when it was a trend when motherfuckers was running up behind them and saying, fuck her in the pussy?
Yeah, fuck her in the pussy.
Yo, man. White people jokes are some of the best
jokes ever.
Like, that's what
we
she
too
said,
serious.
Never fails. That's what she said works every day of the week.
That's what she said.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
Yeah, I love those.
That joke works.
That's never gonna die.
Now, did you see the video of the news reporter when he was like in the country some goddamn
And
wear
fly.
and the fly went in his mouth. He started snapping. Goddamn this shit. Fuck that shit. No, this country shit.
Fucking motherfucker.
Yo,
No. But
this
this was the funny part. He was like, it was like, hi, I'm Jerome Thomas, and I'm from such and such. What the fuck? This bullshit.
Yeah.
That nigga was about to quit, bro.
Come in this fucking country.
That
Goddamn way.
must have been a big ass fly. He must have been from New York or something because he was upset.
mad as
Dinosaur
shit,
flies,
like-
man, dragonflies. No, that's crazy though. But you know, like, it is a culture shock that people to like not see certain shit and then see it. Like,
Absolutely.
Like it'll be completely normal to you because you like. I remember being in college and you could tell who was from the West Coast because you could tell they just bought their first winter coat. Mm-hmm. They would buy the biggest, brightest thing they could find. It wouldn't be no warmer than the other, but it looked like warmth to them, and they thought that they was in Alaska, in Baltimore. You see what I'm saying? So you would see it when it get cold. You'd be like, so when it snow, you would know that's their first time seeing snow, like in person and shit like that.
Right.
And they was acting different. And we
Right.
we try to get drunk, get high, and have a snowball fight.
Right.
And they out there amazed and like trying to get good pictures.
They're like, oh my God.
Imagine living in Florida, right? And when the wintertime comes around and it's time for Christmas and people are decorating the front of their house and it's 95 degrees outside, but they have the fake snow on their lawn. It's the funniest shit in the world. Like, I have a friend in Florida who
y'all can go
is
up there and get some.
almost in her 40s and still have never seen snow.
See?
Wow. It
never
amazes me
seen it.
when you get so caught up in, where you're from and you start feeling like this is the way. And then, when you get somebody like a Nunu who comes down here and you're like, oh my God, your accent. And she looking at y'all like, nigga, your accent.
Right.
What the fuck is
You
talking
different,
about?
not
You
me.
different. I ain't different. You know what I mean? Where I'm from, this is what we sound like. Or, you know what I mean? Any of that. But I'm high and I forgot what the fuck I was going to say because that's just me. I'm your highness and that's what the fuck. I'll be back in a minute.
But no, it's definitely always interesting. But that's what's cool about going to college and getting out of your state and moving to another town is you get to see, especially when you go more than an hour past where you from.
I got it. Yes. When I lived in Atlanta.
Right.
Was and it still gets cold. My teacher back there. Don't worry about what I got. Why do they always be worrying about my secret friends?
No, because when people reach behind you while you're talking to them, it makes you look.
Turn around like,
They know that I got two sides and they talk to themselves. Sometimes I got work shit out in my head. I don't know why they messing with me. But anyway, when I lived in Atlanta, when I first moved to Atlanta, of course it gets cold in Atlanta, but it doesn't get as cold as it's here. And they get a little bit of ice, but not really snow.
They get a dusted and forget how to drive.
Baby, when I watched them shut the whole city down because they predicted flurries, I'm outside. I'm ready. I'm like, all right, you can't. It's a state of emergency. What was wrong? It's not even. It's just dusting. It's not even snowing. They do not know what to do with that ice or that snow. Us, we be like, it's
already drive crazy.
We be like, what? It's hailing? Like golf balls? I don't give a fuck. Take your ass to the store. We need some eggs.
Better use that damn umbrella downstairs.
Umbrella come back fucked up. Little hickeys all over your head.
Nigga, it'll be straight ice out there. They be like, that's what that 4x4 for.
What? They be like, you better take that rock salt and take it with you and walk a path.
I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah, you got to shovel anyway.
I ain't even gonna lie. Being a parent and the schools shutting down because of a little bit of snow irritates me because we had snowstorms that was up to our motherfucking knees and still had to walk to school.
I know we probably talked about this a lot, but as a mom, I'm not a mom in this dealing. I'm a mom.
Wait, what?
But
I was about to say,
I'm a mom.
Did you just disown your children?
Yeah, no, kind of, sort of. But
like,
my kids are, my kids are of age, and my bonus children are with their mom, so I'm not having to deal with the cyber school thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So you just said when they would have to stay home for snow, it would be irking. How is it now that you have to? Teach them at home.
Well, when I mean that, I mean it because we didn't get a break because it snowed.
Right.
We had to still go to the school. Get
snow.
to schools. It was just snow.
6 feet.
But nowadays, it'd be half an inch on the ground and they shut the schools
so
down.
Yours isn't out of inconvenience.
No.
Yours is because you
What
just
the fuck?
jealous.
Yeah, like why the fuck they not going to school?
I know.
See, it's not. See the.
I'm sorry.
The homeschooling, teaching them at home. That's really not an issue for me. I'm. Thank God that my kids are older, and
I don't know what it is about the head wrap, but it looked like you be in the house like giving Black history like a motherfucker. I'm sorry.
I give some Black history. I give some hood history. I give some family history.
Do you like beat them at like 4:00? So I beat my kids once a day just to let them remind them, even my grown ones.
You know we on air.
Oh, I don't beat my kids.
Juice, I don't beat my kids at all. I don't.
Chick go hard for a joke.
At all. My kids are, I don't beat my kids, Juice. I just, they just know not to play with me. Just put it like that.
I wouldn't fuck with you neither.
No, Sammie, I met Paulie. No, let me tell you. I'm not even gonna get into my whole interaction with Paulie mom, right? I just met Paulie mom for the first time.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Can I just say, I love her. I would never cross her. We only met for about 10 minutes. We haven't seen each other. She hasn't. We haven't. She kicked me out as soon as I walked up the steps. We hadn't even been introduced. I walked up the steps, and the first thing she said was, "Who the fuck is that?" I said, "Hi, how you doing, Miss Paulie's mom? How you doing?" She said, "Hi, but who the fuck is that?" I said, I fucking love her, yo. Like, this gotta be the realest shit ever, because that is me. This is how I make my daughter's kid friends feel. My daughter said her friends are either terrified of me
or they love you.
Or they love me to death.
That's my mom.
That's gonna be my balance. Listen, I ain't no in between with me, man.
No,
that's how I live life.
Listen, my brother friends used to come in my house and have to get punched on by my mom. And if they bitched up and all that, my mom would tell my brother, you can't hang with them.
Oh, you ever seen a grown ass?
Mom is a G.
Every last one of them.
You ever seen a grown ass wide gangster with a beard get his ear twisted in the middle of the street?
Dragged home?
That's Linda. If you walking past the house, it'd be a group of them and everybody talking loud, cussing and all that shit. My mom would be outside on the patio or some shit. She'll walk right down, grab my guy brother by his ear, twist it in front of everybody. Hey, I'm sorry. Niggas know, like, why you got them cussing in front of my house?
Right. But you want to know
what's
what I'm
crazy?
saying?
Like,
how old were y'all when that happened?
She was doing this, niggas was 19, 20 years old.
But let me tell you something. Now, at the age you are now, and you look back at that, this is what we're saying. This is what we were standing outside for today in the cold. You understand what I'm saying? We need more of that. You know, we need more Lindas. You know what I'm saying? Out here in the street. You know what I'm saying? You need more Paulies. You need more Juices. You know, I've raised 16 children. I physically had one. She's 24. One. I raised 16. And a lot of dogs and cats.
That's a lot of our women.
I raised a couple men too.
Shit. But you know what? You got to raise them young. Just imagine these women that feel like they done got they 12 out the way, and then all the great grands and all the.
And now they raising them too.
And it's no break.
I have 6 grandchildren.
Yeah.
Thank God I raised my children, especially my boys, who are just my son. My son has a tow truck company. He's a mechanic.
Dope.
And he pulled up yesterday, and he had the baby in the car. Now he always got one of my. He has 2 daughters. He always has one of my granddaughters with him. While he working, they be in the car seat. They be having he got a whole little section for him in the back, like, you know, he got a little But I just think it's dope because men make excuses every day about I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Not men. Boys make excuses every day about why they can't do something. And the one thing that I've learned about men, people in general, not just men, women, because I'm not going to target men. This is people in general. When we want something, we go get it. Mm-hmm. So when somebody I was too busy to answer your call. Like, damn, bro, when I was calling you before, you be in the middle of a meeting. Like, yeah, you going to pick up and at least say, yeah, I'll call you back. So you know when somebody's interested. You know when somebody is paying attention. You know when they're engaged. Invested. You know what I'm saying? Like.
But I mean, that's why, and I say this often, I salute all my homies because I'm like the only one without kids. And most of my homies had to fight to be fathers. Yeah. And it wasn't their fault. You know what I mean? They're not bad guys. They didn't do anything to violate while you wouldn't feel like your child would be safe with their father. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But they had to fight to be fathers.
Because they didn't want to be.
And I mean,
they
all
were in a
different kind of
relationship.
ways, from the courts to anything you could probably think of, to just headaches, men coming to their jobs. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
The dumb shit.
I think that's the worst thing.
Why is your new nigga at my job? And I got a couple homies that went through that. One of them called me, the other one trashed the ball and just explained it to the general manager later. You know what I'm saying?
I went through a
situation.
situation.
Back and just had to do it.
I think as a mother of children, that is the worst thing you could do, is hold your children from their father if their father is trying to be active in their life, regardless of what problems in your relationship y'all got that has nothing to do with the child. We have to protect these children. And how are you out here calling these men deadbeat fathers just because they don't want to be in a relationship with you and they only want a relationship with their child? That's not a deadbeat father. He just doesn't want you, mom. And you got to accept that.
And we got to stop milking single mother like it means the same thing for everybody. People are saying single mother as if they don't have assistance.
Right.
And you are a single mother, but you're using it as if you've done all of this on your own. And even though there might be fathers that are locked up, absent, dead, or whatever have you, a lot of us have communities and units of people that help take care of. Sisters babysit constantly. Mom makes sure that y'all got whatever. Your uncle come down and fill. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like there's communities, and we have to acknowledge it, because the narrative is getting too skewed too far in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like everybody's saying the same thing, but they're not. They want sympathy for the same thing. But it's two different things, and it's not fair to the people that's breaking their neck to help you.
You know what? I was married to my daughter's father, and she's 24. I had her when I was 20. We're 20 years apart. And yeah, you
just did the math on camera.
Yeah, y'all know it. I'm 44 and proud, baby.
You should be.
So
I believe in that.
My ex-husband and I, it was an abusive relationship. It was a very abusive relationship. However, he was very, very, very adamant about having Dana. He was very adamant about being a father. And he had a son. And he was very good at being a father to her. And I mean, to the point where I used to be in tears sometimes watching them. Because I was like, why the fuck he don't love me like that? Right. Like, damn. Like, you know what I'm saying? But when our relationship ended, he started to fall back. So I said, well, damn, what happened to all the, my only daughter, only granddaughter, only niece in his family, the only girl, all boys. Years go by, no contact. He moves, gets into another relationship, whatever. When Dana hit about kindergarten, he came to her kindergarten graduation. I lived in Atlanta for a while. I came back right when she started kindergarten. She was graduating from the school around the corner. And at this time, I was in a relationship by this time. And he came to the graduation. And she was supposed to leave with him for the summer and go back to Jersey, which she did. 2 days later, she was coming home. So I'm like, why do you want to come home? But Dana's very funny. If she don't like the vibe or the energy, or this not what I'm used to, you know what I mean? I remember sending her to a birthday party at like 12 or 13, and they was twerking or something. My daughter called me, Mom, can you please come get me? I said, well, what's wrong, baby? They in here trying to do it to the wall. What are you talking about? She just, at that age, she was a child. She wasn't into, I'm not twerking, she just was not into that. She was a child, you know what I'm saying? So if she felt like it was too grown for her blood, then come get me. I ain't staying here with these little hot asses. So I would go get her.
They standing out there with the beer.
So she said, Mom, can you, I want to come home. And she's, a little thing. So I said, come on home. She came home. Come find out later, the husband, the ex, and the girlfriend got into a fight, and she witnessed it. So she didn't want to stay there. However, I didn't know that yet. He was supposed to be bringing her home for a couple days and then coming back to get her. When Dana got out the car and she saw my ex, she got out the car, and the first thing she said was, Dad, hey. When he heard her say that, from that day, I never saw Kevin again. Ever. It's been 19 years. Never saw Kevin again after that. So you heard her call another man dad, which was the first time she ever did that. But you did not make her comfortable as her father when she was in your home under your care. But then you made a decision to roof your daughter to another motherfucker and forget about her And you left her high and dry, and now she's dealing with daddy issues, and you just went and had more kids and started another life.
Man, listen. I've been in a situation where the dude thought it was more important to tell me good looking out than it was to get right by his daughter.
I had my stepdaughter's mother used to walk right past my apartment with her daughter laying in the bed in my apartment and walk right past. And I take care of her, feed her, clothe her. Nobody gives me anything. This girl living in the house with her stepmom, not her father. Her father don't live with me, neither does her mother. I'm not with her father anymore, no nothing. I leave that situation, get married, and bring her with me. Now you're living in a household with your stepmother and your stepfather. So what do? I try to make her as comfortable as possible because you got it. I feel like your situation is a little more, a little more difficult. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? But, people going to do what they do. She still wound up, getting older and, giving me her ass to kiss. But that's sometimes kids just trying to find their way and they don't know. Let me tell you something. I don't care how good a motherfucker, like I said, I raised 16 children. Not mine at all. Some from relationships, some just clung to me. Out of all of those people, it's like either you're going to love me forever or you're going to hit that moment where you're like, what the fuck? Yeah, you helped me, but where's my mom? Mm-hmm. I want my mom. Mm-hmm. And because you don't really want to hurt my feelings, not knowing that I can take that because I know that you want your mom. Instead of you not wanting to hurt my feelings and saying, I just want to go be with my mom for a while, you do some dumb shit to make me, to make it an uncomfortable situation.
Well, that's children.
You know what I mean?
Well, immaturity too, because it's not all specifically children. But
immaturity, not children.
I mean, shit, man, this life thing crazy. And we've all, I've done things I probably didn't have to do, but at the same time, in my mind, I had to do it.
Right.
At that time,
Mm-hmm. But I always had understanding with my mom, even to the fact that if she didn't know exactly what I was into, she knew I was into something and she knew I was handling it the best way I could. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah. She was going to stress, worry, lose sleep regardless. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just my personality in this city in general is just a hell of a fucking thing to worry about leaving your house at a young age. Right.
Me growing up, biologically, my mom only had me and my brother. My brother passed away now, so my brother that passed away biologically. But growing up, I had about 3 adopted brothers and a sister. Mm-hmm. And I think that kind of love kind of trickled down to me because the adopted brothers and sisters that I do have, like I said, my biological brother from my mother is no longer here. So I'm very, very close with them more than I am close with, my siblings that came from my father. Yeah. Not all of them. My father got a lot of kids, but not all of them because I'm close to some of my siblings that came from my father.
How many siblings you got altogether? Mom and dad.
Okay, so with my mom, like I said, it's biologically, but then I have 3 adopted brothers and a sister. So then my dad has 6 kids. I'm gonna say probably 13 of us between my mom.
That's what we got, 13.
Yeah, between my mom and my dad.
Y'all would love talking to Linda.
Yeah. So, but with that said, they gave me one of my sisters, my sister Jackie. She has 7 kids. Yeah. So they gave me 7 nieces. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now my nieces is having kids. You know what I'm saying? So it was like my brother Dirt, he has kids. It's like even though my brother passed away, the people that my mom brung in came from him. These are my mom didn't go to a agency and adopt children. Mm-hmm. It was my brother brung people like, mom, this person don't have a mom and don't have nowhere to go. Mm-hmm. And the next thing you know, they was a part of our family. You know what I'm saying? And it happened time in and time out through my life, but these people still stuck around. And even though my brother's not here, I still have this big family that he left me with.
That's awesome.
So with that being said, I kind of took after my mom with that. I got 4 sons, but I birthed 3 of them. One of them isn't mine. It's from my ex-husband, but I had him since he was 12. He's 24 now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's just in me to care for other people. So Juice, I understand. I hope that me and my son don't ever get to a place where he just be like, well, but I don't think so, because
if it does,
when I say I brung my son in, it's we is the family that he got. We the only family. He knows his other family, but we the family that rock for him.
And that's how it was with us. But you know what? I always, regardless of what I go through with anybody that I fed, took care of, loved, gave my heart to, I still got love for you, even if I don't fuck with you no more. You know what I'm saying? It was the hardest thing in the world for me to do was to let go of my, I don't like to say stepchildren, my bonus children, and those two particular children from that relationship. But that's because they was going through things. I fell out with my stepson first, trying to help a situation, you know what I'm saying? And he was mad about some other shit, and he stepped to me. But you know me, Paulie, that like you, that's the type of shit I love. I will beat the shit out of my son. You know what I'm saying? So
we on air.
Let's stop. Oh, I'm sorry. I do not beat my kids. Okay. So anyway, I don't beat my kids. All right. So and so you know what I mean. We fell out years ago. I just got an inbox from him the other day. And what he said to me was he was going through something. His first thing he said was, I don't need money. I don't need a place to live. I just need you. I bust out in tears. And I said, and I responded immediately, which I know he thought I wasn't going to do because I'm a Leo and I'm stubborn. But I texted him right back. I said, what you need, son? Not his name,
nothing different.
Son. And he said, you know, this is what happened, da 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 da. And I think I responded so fast and I responded so positively. He fell off. He didn't text me back. He got scared because we parted and he was wrong. He was very wrong. You know what I mean? The first thing he said was, and if you don't answer this message, I understand. I deserve that because you make the bed and you lay in it. You always told me that. And I said, as long as you got something that I told you, you kept something. You know what I mean?
My situation with my stepson a little different because I was married to his father when I was 23 years old. So he came in my life when he was like 10, you know. His mom passed away when he was in high school, his last year of high school. His mom died in a car accident. But it's crazy because when I married his father, I did not know who his mother was. This young man was at my house for weekends. Like, he would just get dropped off, and I never met his mom officially yet. But she would drop him off with her father. Her father, we lived together. He was just there. And then time rolls on, and a situation happened where me and his mom ended up in the same circle, and she walks up to me like, yeah, what's up? I didn't know you was married to my son's father. And I'm like, what, Squirt?
I don't even like the way that sound, right? Like, meet me outside, bro.
This is somebody that I grew up with from the sandbox. Wow. So when she in my face, I'm like, what? I ain't married to your son's father, Squirt. What are you talking? She was like, yes, you are. My son be at your house. That's why I'm okay with him coming here once I knew it was you. And I'm like, my feet? Like, that's your... She like,
so why
yeah,
you
girl.
ain't never come say, hey, it's me?
Right. But look, she like, yeah, girl. She like, yeah, I knew he was cool once he said, oh, he married them. Oh, all right, he can go over there. He good. I said, yo, I never knew all these summers. I didn't know that was his mother.
Wow.
But that day, we was in the hospital for somebody else. But that day, she said, that's our son. And you make sure you always take care of our son. And I said, I don't give what goes on. I'm going to make sure he good, regardless of if me and your husband, me and my husband are together or not, because he was my husband at the time. I'm going to make sure he good. I'm like, that's my son, too. And she like, she passed away, and I would never drop that flag. I'm going to hold that till I die. You feel what I'm saying?
And I feel the same way. Like, I would never drop the flag on them. I love them. They can't live with me. You know what I mean?
My son don't live with me.
Yeah,
and that's only because I kill him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Crazy. That's where we
But he lives in a property that's,
But
that's
what you will
us.
do is you going to respect my hand.
Absolutely.
That's what you're going to do. Because I bust my ass and I don't have to. Because, see, I only got to bust my ass for one. You know what I'm saying? So anything that I do outside of that is on the strength. But you spoke about something that's very important to me. When you are dealing in a marriage or a relationship with bonus children, how important it is to make sure that, I'm big on fathers having a healthy relationship with the mother. If it is not a healthy relationship, I try to make it a healthy relationship. Which means I'm going to reach out to you. You know why? Because you're a woman and you're a mother and I'm a mother and your child is going to be in my care because he's at work all the fucking time, which means your child going to be with me a lot of the times. And we need to make sure that we on the same page. And if you're uncomfortable with your child being with me, then you need to make sure that we all on the same page and that he knows that he needs to take this child with him.
And these children are not accessories, they're a responsibility.
Period.
Yes.
If your heart ain't racing half the time you got somebody else's kid in your care, then you ain't doing it the right way. Because it's a lot of weird things can happen somebody could get hurt, anything. You don't want anything to happen on your watch. You want to make sure they're fed. You want to make sure that they're content.
Look at Nunu and Sosa. They grown as shit. They are grown. They are not kids. They're not babies. They're not babies. They're grown. They can do what they want to do. But they're my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like they're my youngins.
Your kids ain't getting my change back.
They ain't give you your change back? I'm gonna talk to him about it when we get outside. But no, it's just like, if I don't talk or connect or talk to them on a daily basis, like y'all know, New here from Alabama. She got family here or whatever, but she's with me most of the time. So I feel responsible. Right. Something happened to that girl. If I ever had to talk to
Mama
my mother,
Nuno,
you thinking, good Paulie, you would have to ride with me to Alabama. I wouldn't even be able to call her because they gonna fuck me up, and I wasn't even with her.
I know it's said probably often when we talk about New, but I've had conversations with Son, and Son riding too.
Son loves New,
and I had a real long conversation with him when he was upset about some things, and I was like, you know what? He riding like we used to ride for him.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like we was we was so protective of him in that space because like I used to preach to his homies. He on y'all when he not around us.
Yep.
Like that's not no light thing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But
and that's how I feel about them too. Like y'all got each other when y'all leave up out of here. Y'all got to make sure each other good no matter what. That's important.
Yeah. I just had a conversation with Kay before we started the podcast, and I was talking to her about a situation that's going on in my life, and I was telling her I just want to make it like a point that it's very important to show your children affection.
Please.
It's very important to show your children love and tell them that you love them and hug them and kiss them. Like they're not going to get that same love from in the outside world. At least they know they can come home and be loved. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the right kind of love at home. Like the shit from the streets is not the love you want them to, want or urge for. Like I got all sons, and Juice can test to this. My sons hug and kiss me all day. From
they
the
do.
Oldest
They love
to the
on.
youngest.
I love to watch them because
From
they
the
love on
oldest
each
to the
other.
youngest.
You know what I mean? They really love on each other and they play with each other, but they still listen and you know what I'm saying?
It's times my son is on the phone on FaceTime with his friends and he'll walk past in the dining room like, "Mom, you all right?" And I'll be like, "Yeah." He'll be like, "Give me a kiss, give me a hug," and to come hug me a kiss. And they'll be like, you hugging and kissing your mom. And my son will be like, "What your mom don't love you like that? You better go hug your mom."
Right, you better go hug it. Let me tell y'all something. My mom is dead, so my mom died when I was 16. So to be able to hug and kiss your mom is a huge thing, you know what I mean? My father got killed in 2004. To be able to hug and kiss your father, when I hear people say that they going through with their parents, I don't fuck with my mom, or I don't fuck with my dad, that burns me. That burns me up because
we trying to figure them situations.
And don't get me wrong. There's situations where some shit's just not forgivable. Yeah, some shit is just not forgivable. My daughter don't fuck with her dad, but I get it. You know what I'm saying? But my mom was sick. You understand what I'm saying? And my mom she did the best shit. If my mom didn't love me, she wouldn't have put me in a position to be okay. She'd have kept me with her. You dig me? And then I'd have been fucked up too. But I was so angry with her. The day before she died, I talked to her. I was about 16. And I'm just 16, feeling myself, just got some dick.
Shit got me forgetting to smoke.
Got me a grown ass man, 20 something years old. I'm 16. I think I'm the shit. You know what I mean? I'm on the phone with her, cussing her out, telling her, you know what I mean, how I feel about all the shit she done. Like, I feel like I'm grown now. I got my panties wet. I think I'm doing something. So, my last words to my mom was, "I hate you." I never got to take that back. My mom called the very next day after I made that comment to talk to me again, and I refused to talk to her. The next phone call the next day was she was dead. And I got that phone call alone, home with my little brother. Mind you, a month or 2 months before that, we got a phone call saying my mom died and it wasn't true. So mind you, I had to sit there with the confused, I'm not even sure if this is real or fake. You know what I'm saying? And then when it was verified, it was like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then, my father got killed on my mother's birthday. My mom's birthday is May 11th, and my dad got killed on May 11th. And I always say
my brother got killed on my little sister's birthday.
Really?
She thought I was calling her
to wish her
happy birthday, and I was calling her to tell her that our brother was dead.
That's wild. Like, I got that phone call when I got the phone call that my dad died. That was a crazy day, but I got the rush phone call because it was already all over the news. But I lived in Jersey. I wasn't in Philly, and this happened uptown. And I got the phone call from my sister, and it was like deja vu. And I can remember looking at my grandma, and first of all, my sister asked for my grandma, and I'm like, "The fuck you want to talk to my grandma for?" But normally, that's what I would have said, but I didn't say that. I just gave my grandma the phone, and the look in her face was like, "What?" But she wasn't saying anything. So I'm saying, "Who died? One of my sisters or brothers died. What happened? Somebody died. Who died?" And she was like, "Shot." And I was like, shot. Now, mind you, let me explain something to y'all. My mom got shot in her face when I was 8. She survived. Physically. Killed her mentally. And I say this because my mother was beautiful. When I say beautiful, my mom was a model. Gorgeous. She was shot in the face, tore her jaw, to her ear. So this is a very upfront. And you know, God works funny. He puts shit right in your face when you take advantage of, a situation. So if beauty is your thing, take that shit right away from you. I watched it. And it killed her. And she couldn't overcome that. You know what I'm saying? But when, before, she, like I said, she died later on. Like she died December 11th, believe it or not. And then my father gets killed on May 11th, which is her birthday. So I tell you about her getting shot for a reason. The bullet that she got shot with entered her here, came out and went back in her jaw, and it traveled and it came out right here. Mm-hmm. When my father got shot, the bullet entered right here, where the bullet exit my mother. Wow. But here go the funny shit, because I'm a nigga and I make jokes out of everything. So here I go. I'm like, Dad, Mom, if you wanted him to come up there and just sing "Ain't No Stopping Us Now" for your birthday, he could have did that from here. He didn't have to come.
The crazy thing is, as sad as it, that's hard. That is gangster though. Like if you just wanted your birthday song, man,
you ain't had to take him with you for that.
You ain't had to. You could have left him a little bit.
I'm gonna say something because I'm gonna forget if I don't say it.
No,
now.
Please.
Y'all ever heard of Miss Pat?
Miss Pat?
You gotta give me more than that.
She's a comedian. She from down south. She been through a lot of shit. Miss Pat done been shot in her titty. She done been shot in the back of her head. She done had all type of kids since she was a kid. She sold crack in front of her daughter's school. All type of shit.
I'm about to go look Miss Pat.
She's a comedian now. She about to have a TV show. She has a podcast. Charlamagne fucks with her heavy. She has a book out. Miss Pat is one of the dopest fucking stories. And she's a comedian, which tells you it's a lot of chick in Miss Pat or vice versa. Mm-hmm. Because no matter how dark it get, this motherfucker will find a way to say the funniest shit about her dude shooting her in the back of the head. Like, it's just crazy.
But I got that.
But it shows strength, it shows power, but it's one of those things where you want to make sure that it's not to cover something up and that you okay with it too.
Yeah, understand this. Anything that I joke, if I don't talk about it, that's when y'all worry about me. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm talking about it, I'm okay with it. I'm a different person in my life right now. Mm-hmm. And I've learned to accept what God puts in front of me.
And that's perfectly fine. I just want to always make sure because
But I love you for that, Sammie, because
we're amused by you all the time.
No, but
at the same time, you ain't got to laugh with me. We could chop it up.
No, I'm gonna tell you why I love you. I'll joke. I always make the joke. Everybody know. I'm a little hard around the edges or whatever. And I, me and Paulie mess around. I be like, Paulie, my girlfriend. Or Paulie, no, we can't take this picture. I look like your boyfriend. Or whatever.
That's always my line. I be like, no, Juice, not that pose. We look
and
like
Sammie gets mad at me when I do that, and he'll be like, where are you getting that from? Like, I'm a dude, and I don't see that. Like, where are you getting that from? And I'm like,
but Sam, this is what happens to us out in the public.
But see, the thing is, man, we can't overthink everything. Y'all in a position where y'all going to be flicked 1 billion times. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to look fine. Somebody's going to find something wrong with that.
No, it's not
even wrong.
That. I'm okay with me, so I don't care about nothing wrong.
I will come out this bitch in my back, my boxers, my boxers.
I don't like beautiful women that think they got to make the duck face. Listen,
no, it's not that.
Don't bring yourself down.
Listen.
Do you know the thing? We are so much us that, you know what I mean? That's why it was a time in life that I gave a fuck that people thought I was gay. Like they used to bother me when females used to come up to me like, damn, sure you. I'm like, I'm not gay. The fuck I look? Is it written on my face? And I'm like, all right, kid. This is what the fuck I keep saying my name for.
You keep letting everybody know who you are.
Oh, that's my other personality, yo. But I used to just be like, it's okay. Be you. You don't have to throw on a dress if that's not what you want to wear, because you can make that sweatsuit look sexy as shit.
Fly girl shit you got on.
Right.
Looking good, and I wore it twice. So
I don't know what that means.
See?
But okay.
It wasn't for nobody to know what it meant. It was my.
But it'd be that part that'd be like, just keep it rolling, man. You ain't got to tell them that, man.
It's not that they don't care, and neither do I.
And that's why you ain't got to tell them shit.
Look, don't tell him nothing. He's like a secret. Him and Poe, they like a secret society.
Listen, man. One thing for sure, two things for certain, we know how to move.
He'll talk, but Poe ain't talking about nothing past 15 minutes. If it ain't
I think 15 minutes is too long.
No, I think the funniest ever was Loudmouth or whatever show we were doing. I don't even remember at this point.
Oh, The Trouble?
I think it was Loudmouth, and we asked Poe that question, and it was like, when you were a kid. As soon as she said when you was a kid, Poe got up like, I'm about to leave because this is abort mission. This is way too much information. It fell off.
You lost your button?
Fix it.
Yeah, I'll find it.
This is important.
Oh, that's the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I know. Yeah. I want to tell you one thing though. You, my guy, and Poe killed FlyGirlFlyDay.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna get kicked.
FlyGirlFlyDay.
Friday if you want. It's cool.
Get jumped. FlyGirlFlyDay every Friday, starting at 3, ending at 6. We had a fucking awesome. It was so awesome. The show was so awesome. Let me start by saying they brought the whole cast, not the whole, but partial of the cast from the bid. They turned up so much.
I sweated everything out.
And I want to let y'all know, because y'all some haters, because I got some messages like, oh my God. There's so many people in there. First of all, that room little as shit. It was only 4.5 people in there, okay? It just looked like a lot.
Right.
All right?
That
so mind your business, okay? It's just a little room. But we had a ball. It really felt like a fucking old Fly Day.
Yeah, it felt like pre-COVID.
Like, it really did. And you made Scoop Hole.
Oh, yeah, I did. I heard that's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
Oh.
They got like 200 and some odd thousand viewers.
All right.
This is how he feels when we try to show him pictures after we take him. Like, yo, look at this, bro. He be like, all right. He don't care.
Y'all
don't
understand, man. My goals is different, man. Like, and I appreciate the look, but I do so much shit with so many dope people. I expect the look sometimes, but it's not always my look. Like, it's good that they're in my environment. But they put that up for the record for the Brother Boom, which is dope. And I was glad that they was able to grab that. They grabbed it from one of y'all probably. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that's dope. But like, we was on the news today. Shout out to Sister Talia.
Man.
Shout out for
Sister
a positive
Talia.
cause.
I was about to get into
try
that
to do
too.
something major. City of Dreams Coalition and
No
a whole
Gun
lot of
Zone.
other people that was
No Gun
that's
Zone.
dope in the city came together for something big. I was on the news for an initiative that my man had in Maryland last year for the Father Your Sons. They had a bike ride, almost died riding in the rain.
Oh my God.
But I had a ball. We made the news, and the next day we was on the news in Philly, probably with Sister Talia and them. Matter of fact, we was in West Philly for an event, the 846 event. And I'm not sure if you were there that day, but we was out there. We made the news for that. And it's like those kind of things is bigger than like an Instagram imprint, even though a lot of what I do is based on my social media imprint.
Right. No, I
Overall.
agree with you.
You know what I mean?
I
So
agree
it'd be
with
like,
you.
that's cool, that's dope. But like, I don't be lying when I say I've been in the light for a long time.
Well, I guess when I
You know
say
what I mean?
that,
Like,
I guess when I say that, I don't necessarily mean like, oh my God, you made Scoop Hole. Maybe.
And I'm not
we're
saying
just
that you saying it like
no,
that, but it's just different. Like,
but fuck all that. Fuck it. Let's say fuck everybody else. I'm telling you,
and I appreciate.
I had a fucking ball on Fly Day. You understand what I'm saying? The vibe was everything.
Absolutely.
You brought them out. You bring that energy though, Sammie. You know what I'm saying? And that energy is everything. That vibe is everything.
Thank
you know
you.
what I'm saying? So, shout out to you. I love you, bro.
I mean, love you too. I mean, it's just crazy because Fly Girls is gonna be there because you always tell me if y'all there, we there.
Period.
Absolutely.
But like, I mean, little shit like
Good
Del,
or bad, understand that.
Del P
That's
spoke
the
on one of the
realness.
posts and I said slide. He slid. You know what I mean? That was the last minute. Vodka's was the first one to like one of they posts and I told him to slide. He slid. And the Glocawear family, they gonna be there. But it's just like, I already know that if a couple elements are present, we gonna have fun regardless.
Facts.
Because that's all I'm there for. Like, especially because what time of day I'm in. It's 4 to 6. People getting off work.
Yeah.
If we having fun, they having fun.
Fly team is a party anyway.
Yeah, if we having fun, they having fun though.
Period.
And that's what you got to remember. And what happened and why I fuck with the bid so much is because they literally started partying with us. Like, just imagine, I didn't plan to open the show with them because I wasn't sure if they was gonna be on time. They was on time, so I opened with them and Del P, which is a lot to do because usually when I open, I just say we in this bitch and I'm about to roll another backwood.
We going to listen to
play
music.
some more music. So I talked to them for a few minutes, and when the music came on, it was song after song after song that none of them have ever heard before in life. And they was asking us to run back
They
joints.
was. They were trying to get you to run your song back, and you didn't even get to your part.
They was on their FaceTime trying to tell people whose song it was. Like, you know what I mean? They was saying things like, hold up, let me make sure this is on so I could get y'all on here and make sure they see y'all. Like, their energy. And I mean, that's part of the benefit of having time to be able to break up an interview with some music.
Yeah.
But like their energy was perfect because they realized like, oh, this regular shit. Like we just in here to have, and that's how it's supposed to feel because at the end of the day, we've all been in them other radio stations and watched interviews, been in interviews, and that shit just looked like an interrogation room. And I ain't got time for that shit. That's not my lifestyle.
Right.
Yeah. I can't remember ever making a list of questions. You see what I'm saying?
I don't think
like,
we haven't sat down yet. We free ball it every time.
Yep.
And it's like, I wound up in situations like Saturday. Shout out to Productions. Shout out to
Fly Girl number 4
MMG Studios. Salute to Trayon Films. Everybody that was involved with the Philly Hip Hop Awards. Chick with the Juice. You too, right?
I was in production, guys.
She was in production
for Sippin' with Sammie.
Yeah, she was my camera woman actually. So like, salute to all of y'all. Oh, Swag 100.
Shout out to Swag.
Definitely salute to y'all. But like even a lot of the situations is like that anyway, where I got to talk to 10, 20 people in a row and I don't know none of them or nothing about them and I wasn't prepped to even be able to prep myself for them.
Well, let me tell you something, my guy. You did a hell of a job because we sat in that room with you and it felt good to watch you and it feels good to learn from not just you, both of y'all. You understand what I'm saying? I am very new to this. I'm still a preemie in this game. And you know, I look at Sammie, I look at Paulie, and you know, I look at the folks that been around and they've been doing this for a while, and y'all make it comfortable. I was about to say easy because this is not easy. Comfortable. You make it fun. This is perfect example. I got to the Philly Hip Hop Awards, right? Now y'all know I wear a lot of hats, right? But normally when I go to an event, I'm Chick with the Juice. I'm coming in with my coolers and my juices, but I didn't have none of that day. So when I got to the door, the lady was like, "All right, who are you?" I said,
You don't remember me?
I'm Chick with the Juice." She said, "Okay, what are you here for?" I don't know what I do. What the fuck do I do? I do shit. So then Plex comes downstairs and says, "Oh, Juice, what's up? Yeah, she's all right. She's media." I said, "Fuck,
I'm media.
I am media." I went to the office. I said, "Toop, make me a press badge immediately."
No, but that's how I walked in. They was like, "Hi, how are you? I'm Paulie, baby glocawearradiostation, Paulie and the gang." And they was like, "Oh, okay, go ahead and."
Let me tell you, because
when
that's
I was media, it was kind of like hers too.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
Like at one point, I was somewhere.
It hit you,
and I was like, I was explaining myself, and I said, "I'm media," and they was like, "Media," and I was like, "Yeah, glocawear, such and such, such and such." They was like, I'm like, "Yo, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I'm already late." They just started giving me tickets.
So, but I think that was my that was my not my premonition, my eureka moment.
Yeah.
And my heart started beating fast, and I said, "Oh shit. Yo, you really leveled up.
You a part of something.
Like you a part of something. Like you were like, don't get me wrong. This has been my family. So for me, this is everyday stuff.
So you could have ran around for a long time and saying, "Yo, I'm glocawear," but now you're officially media though.
Yes.
There's a handful of people in every room that's going to know you from a platform that you do this on.
But I said
what I'm saying?
I was saying that to say like I watched you. And I even went to Paulie afterwards. I was like, and even when we talked, and I said, "Yo, you know what I mean?" I said, "We're gonna have to get a camera. We be downstairs, and we could get the footage. And this is the stuff that we could set up, and we could do interviews too. Shit, like we can do this. We need a meeting immediately. You know what I mean? But I want to.
You got the access.
Exactly. So again,
that's what it's about.
Thank you again. Thank Fine Productions, because if y'all don't know, y'all
Shout
better
out
get on
Fine
the wave.
Productions,
Because if y'all
man.
not on the wave, you're gonna get hit by the wave. That's my new saying. We using it. Y'all like it?
I don't know. I got hit a couple more times.
Yeah,
Y'all know who it is. This your highness hashtag chick with the juices, juicy baby, the party plug. If you know, you know. If you don't, you better get on the wave, or you gonna get hit by the wave. No.
I don't know.
Get on the wave, or ain't a wave like a tsunami.
I mean, a big wave.
Get on the wave or get hit by the wave. Ride the wave or get. All right,
Just
we'll work
stick
on that.
to your shit.
We're gonna work on it. That's why I don't write no bars.
Right now, that wave sound like all I need is a boogie board. I don't really.
All I need is my water wing.
That wave don't sound very dangerous to me.
Yo,
Wave sound like I can go up there with my chest.
I don't need no surfboard. But we stood strong today, y'all. As
Yeah,
the
the
fly
day was
team.
super dope, yo.
Yeah, I mean, explain. Get the people some more because I introed it. But
I've been talking my ass off because I'm
Man,
feeling good.
we was-
Paulie,
Paulie.
tell them.
We was out there.
We was out there.
It was
Where
cold.
Was Where was we at? Why was
We was at the art museum on them steps, and we was there for a purpose.
We were there. Go ahead.
Gun Zone was out there. We was out there, man.
Gun Zone.
No
No
Gun
Gun Zone,
was
B.
out there.
McFly. It was their event. Prosperity and Peace. Day of Prosperity and Peace on the Art Museum steps. And I think one of the things that I saw out there that touched me the most were the youngins that came up with.
It was attentive and helpful.
It was very attentive. It was very
young
helpful.
ladies that performed.
Yes, that's what I was about
Yes,
to say. That
they
was
had
a
the best
dope
song.
performance.
It was. I'm
And I
gonna
didn't
put
get
that
a
up.
chance to salute them, but shout out to them.
Shout out to them.
Yeah,
We
shout
gotta
out to
figure
them.
out what their name is so we can really give them their roses.
And they were young, so I was
Yeah.
letting them breathe. But I definitely want to shout them out when I get a chance.
But
All the speakers that came out there were good.
Yeah.
And touched some real deep points.
It was
Shout out to Freeway. He came out.
oh
and-
yeah.
The funny thing is nobody seen him.
First of all, he was standing right next
Right
to me,
behind you.
and I had to introduce it. They like introduce Freeway. I'm looking past him, like, well, where he at? Because he had his mask on. You know what I mean? So I
I
couldn't see
saw
his
him,
face.
but I wasn't gonna blow him up. Like
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Philly
Yeah, this hood
Freeway
tight
was
with
in the
the mask on,
building.
like,
Purple Queen.
Unsolved murders. Purple Queen. A couple representatives. Blackwell.
You was running them names, so you might still got them in your head.
Yeah, it was. Helen Gem, couple councilmen, couple representatives, couple.
Shout out
couple
my
reps.
guy Isaiah Thomas.
Yes,
Isaiah,
Isaiah
yes.
Thomas. Yeah, he
My
came
guy.
through with it.
We
with
talk
the
about
knowledge.
Isaiah on here like
Yes,
once a month.
Burgos. Yes, it was a really, really informational thing. But I just want to say this, and I really meant when I said, and I got to host.
No, but I was waiting because I'm about to say you killed that.
Yeah,
You showed me another hand. I ain't know you had.
And let me tell y'all something, because and
trust me, when these doors open, we're gonna need you.
listen, and salute to my squad, because y'all know I don't ask nobody nothing. I just call them and tell them to be there. Like I run shit. I don't run nothing. We all our own bosses, right? So first, Sister Talia calls me this morning. I need you to MC. I said, well, I don't even know what I'm talking about yet. I called Paulie on the phone. I hang up where I call Paulie. I said, hey, Paulie. Hey, baby. How you doing? She like, hey, girl. I'm like, SOS. So she like, what you want? I said, yeah, we're gonna be hosting today. She like, what? I'm like, we're gonna be hosting. All right, I'll see you in a few. Click. Hey, Saf, how you doing? We're gonna be hosting. She calls you. I'm like, tell the whole fly team to be there. But I say that to say, we stood tall up there. We stood for something.
Yeah.
And, again, shout out to you, Sister Talia, City
Absolutely.
of Dreams Coalition.
Shout out to City of Dreams.
What's my
man.
brother name? No, the gentleman that spoke at the end that's always with you. That's part of the City of Dreams.
Oh, Jeru.
Yeah,
Jeru.
My brother, man.
We just found out we
homie,
cousins.
man.
But he's a good dude.
Yeah,
He's a
definitely
good dude. Wealth of
LP,
information.
Ryan Green, Ed Brown, K Walker. I gotta cover the artists and the, the
Yeah,
creators,
facts.
so my bad.
Facts. all the camera people that came out to cover. Who was doing the documentary?
Triplet Media,
Stefan J.
Yeah,
Triplet
You said
Media.
I want to say it right. You said Triple Media.
Yeah, Triplet Media.
Triplet Media.
Media.
Triplet Media. Media.
MAB Media
Pierre.
and Stefan Pierre.
And others. Mr. Clean and Safe Part.
I'm sorry. And Fox 29.
And Fox 29. I've seen Channel 6 too. I've seen Channel 6 too.
I need some video from somebody.
All right, I got you. So just dope shit, man, and I want to do more of that, and I'm definitely standing with B McFly. The Fly team is definitely standing with
absolutely
B McFly as he does this 12-month takeover, and we take the city back block by block,
block by block,
block by block,
block
we
by
out
block,
there, block by block.
We had him saying that all day today because that's the most important thing. We got to start with one block. Go to the next block. Go to the next block. We ain't gonna save everybody, but we might be able to help 2 people. Then we did something. You know what I mean? So
it starts somewhere.
So shout out to you, Sister Talia. Shout out to us.
Yes.
For just
coming out
and
there,
shout out
showing
to
up
you, Sammie, because before I was even introduced to Sister Talia, I watched you stand behind her during some trying times that make me know that you weren't there because it was a publicity thing, which that's not your nature anyway. So I don't, you know what I mean? A lot of people come around for that, but you were there in the trenches, like Son of the 215. You know, we need young men like Son. We need young men like Sammie to step up and protect our women.
Yes.
Because if y'all don't know, we got to be the most precious thing on earth, my loves. If it ain't no us, it ain't no more earth. You get rid of us, it's no more recreation.
Exactly.
I'm with you.
Protect our women. We're not protecting our women. We're not protecting our children.
Well, I appreciate you recognizing that. I appreciate actually her speaking to that today. None of that is for that. Y'all know that. But Linda...
we getting Linda on the show. I'm bringing Linda on Fly Girl.
Linda been supposed to have been on here. But, you know, we always gave. We always helped. We never throw anything away. We always see who can use. We always, you know, if somebody says they have something, we take it and figure out who can utilize it. Like, that's just how we were raised. We always, I was said on the way down there today, I said, Martin Luther King Day has always been a day of service for me anyway. Because there was no sleeping in on Martin Luther King Day. You had to go paint a church or feed the homeless or clear a parking lot, or you know what I mean. We had to do stuff. You had to go to the church and do whatever they was doing to help out with that, and it just was always something to do. So today gave me something to do that was around a lot of people that I'm already associating with rapidly and constantly, more and more and more. Like I've met Sister Talia a short time ago,
right?
You know what I mean, but I've been around her damn near every week since we've met, at some capacity, whether she's at the shop or
because she supports us like crazy,
or we in the streets, or I'm trying to catch her at one of her meetings or something. Like it's a lot of times that I see her. I see y'all constantly now. I see Del P all the time. I try to make sure that I provide platforms for Del P because his message is right and people keep saying that it doesn't exist. You see what I'm saying? My man Ryan Green, I try to put him on the front line. You see he walked up with the flag. He goes everywhere like that.
Yes, I love him.
And one thing to tell y'all about me and his relationship. One, we went to college together. So that's my brother. He's squad 215. That's what we called ourselves at Morgan. I had a show. Y'all met Quad. Remember the guy that came through with the rabbit on his shoulder?
Yes.
He had a situation in North Carolina, like outside of Charlotte.
You know, I don't like that.
And he said, yo, I know you don't. He said, yo, we got a show. I want you to come down here. It's a good look. So I got in the squad. I had a old Cherokee. I love Cherokees. And I told Red, like, yo, I gotta take this ride. Hopefully we make it down there. I think the truck will make it type shit. But we out.
And where'd y'all had to go?
To outside of Charlotte.
You a beast.
I mean, I done drove some crazy shit before.
I be scared to drive to Jersey and my car drive.
Well, you had me squatters as me. Like, it's some shit I could figure out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know people a lot of places.
Yeah.
So I'm like, we just gonna thug it out. And we rode down there, and on the way down there, I was talking about some of my plans, which didn't even include media at the time. And this wasn't that long ago. And he was telling me what he was trying to do, and which turned into what you see him doing right now. And it wasn't a thing yet. He was saying he was going to do it. And now, every time I look up, Steven Jackson from the NBA has his stuff on, or somebody in Africa has his clothes on, and his message is reaching so many people. But it started from, to me, a conversation we had in the truck when he was coming into a realization about what he wanted to do with his life.
Most
you know what I mean?
Start like that.
And one day, somebody said, Marshawn Lynch said, "What's up, African?" And the next day, he put out "What's up, African" t-shirts. And it started from there, and it grew from there, and it blew up into something beautiful. You know what I mean? But, like, it's people out there, all that to say, there's people out there that I'm connected to in so many ways that it's perfect for me to spend my Martin Luther King Day with the same people that I'm trying to be positive with year round.
But that tells me as an individual and as a mother and as a woman that Linda raised you right. You understand what I'm saying? And this was one of the things that they talked about, is about implementing things in our households that are not there anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not telling you that me personally, I'm not going to say, oh, you need to take your kid to church, or you got to take them to the masjid, or you don't have to do that. But you have to teach them.
How about teach them to be a better neighbor first?
Yes. Teach them how to be a good neighbor. Person. Teach them to care. Teach them to help. Give them structure. Make them get up on Sunday morning or Saturday morning like we used to have to do before we could go skating or go outside and clean the house.
And clean the out front.
Right. Make sure they
wash the porch.
Make sure they coming straight home from school and y'all.
My kids wash the walls on the
That's
on
damn
Sunday.
right. The baseboards.
And I got a lot of rules in my house that I don't care who children come over my house. Certain things don't allow. No fake guns are allowed in my house. I have all sons.
I don't play with guns.
They have never had fake guns. Ever.
Yeah.
And if somebody ever bought them, they got thrown in the trash before they walked in my door.
We don't do water guns, none of that.
Yeah, we sit at the table and eat dinner.
And I'm very open with my grandchildren and even my little ones, and they ask me why they can't have guns, because my mother and my father were both victims of gun violence.
Yep. And another thing, I strongly advise us as parents, even if you don't have a husband, don't mean you cannot sit at the table with your children and eat dinner.
Yes.
Sit down, have a conversation with your kids, tell them to put their phones away, talk to them. Ask them how they feeling, how was they doing, how was their day,
and take advantage of them car rides.
And absolutely,
and know who their friends are.
On a different page.
Absolutely, know who your
right.
Know who your children's friends are.
Put on your music when you in the car with your kids. They'll ask you to turn it down just so they can talk, so they ain't got to hear that shit, and you'll find out so much about your kids.
One
car ride.
One more thing, my children are not under no circumstances allowed to run around calling each other niggas. They not, yo nigga, no. I don't talk to them like that, and I don't allow them to talk to each other like that. And it was recently that I had a situation where my son was around another child that constantly nigga all day, yeah. And my son said it, and I almost took his head off. You're not going to start doing something just because somebody else do it.
No,
do not call him that, and don't call nobody else that.
We don't play them games. Because your boundaries
and
are
I hear
boundaries.
and I hear a lot of parents be like, sit down nigga, like what you doing nigga, sit down, you a bad little nigga, like stop talking to your kids like
these
that.
Parents at this age, and I think about it too, you know, because we have a lot of younger mothers, you know, I don't know if y'all can relate, but I can remember I've been raising kids since I was 9, literally. My little brother, I started raising children at 9.
Shit, I raised some of my family and friends that's my age.
Yeah, but I can remember being young and having a younger kid, like my little brother or something, you know what I mean? And I'll be like, say bitch. Say bitch, like say bitch, say bitch. Oh, he said bitch, you heard him say bitch. But I was a kid, you know what I'm saying?
The parents is
now
out here doing it.
You have parents who are promoting that. Well, if your kid is smart enough to do all of that, then your kid is smart enough to understand some good shit and some knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So just like, you know, I watch children who are versed. Maybe they're Muslim and they go to a Muslim school and they speak Arabic and English.
I was one of those kids.
You understand what I'm saying?
By the time you 3 or 5 years old, you can learn up to 5 languages.
Please say it.
You can learn up to 5 languages.
Ooh.
And I don't want to cut you off, but you're saying so much stuff I want to touch on. One thing when we talk about, and it's something that y'all talk about all the time, is your children's financial literacy. Yeah. I was watching Drink Champs yesterday. He had the former NFL players on it that had their own podcast. And one of them was saying that instead of talking about allowance with his kids, when they're 2 and 3 years old, he introduces them to their fund. When he goes to his accountant to talk, and his accountant starts talking about their allotment, he says, talk to them. So by the time they're 5, they have a certain understanding. He said he had a 7-year-old or a 5-year-old, I forget, one of them, that said, Dad, I want a Lamborghini. He said he has all these little 4-wheelers, so he's like, all right, we'll try to get you a little. He's like, no, I want a real one. He said, all right, so we're going to start you a company, and by the time you're 12, you'll be able to afford it. You see what I'm saying? Like, you could start with them so much
young.
Sounds
and
like
I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, my favorite subject besides basketball was business class. And it was only business class because it wasn't the fake business class. It was like I knew that this shit lined up. I grew up in an entrepreneurship situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All my family owns barbershops. So I know how a lot of this works on a base level. And I know when people are just selling you shit that really just leads you to having a crate full of t-shirts on the ad.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I knew the difference. But when I knew my teacher really knew what they was talking about, I paid attention to that class every day. Even though I probably could have skated.
Yeah.
I wanted that knowledge.
Right.
You have no idea how much they want that. How much, once you tell me, because you introduce math to me as, well, you want to be able to count your money, right? That's how you introduce math. You say, you want to be able to count your money. How you going to count your money?
Right.
But then you never tell me, yo, we on air. But then you never tell me how to maintain money, how to regenerate, how to reinvest in myself, and none of that. But you told me that I learned math for money.
Right. So
where's the follow-up to that?
Right,
like,
just
that's
the
literally
counting?
how they bait, especially black kids, into doing math. They say,
Right.
you at least got to know how to count your money. You don't want to not know how to count your money. And it's like, well, what do I do after I count that money? Buy my sunflower seeds, my juice box, and this and that.
Well, subtract it. Now I know how to subtract it.
Yeah.
So I get $5
But I don't know how to
right?
invest it.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it turns into that.
You know another thing that burns me out?
Crack that
When
boy, chick sweat.
there are parents out here, instead of taking the time to teach their
Where
children,
my makeup person?
instead of
ain't
taking
that
the
set.
time to
That's your
teach
show.
the children, they just automatically hang it up so they got a problem. Oh, let me go get them checked out. Maybe they're autistic, or maybe they have ADD or ADHD.
That
or
ADD list is unfairly long.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
But if you never took the time to teach your child his ABCs or his 1, 2, 3s, then what the hell make you think by the time he get to kindergarten he gonna know them?
But he
or
know
he's
how to
gonna
do
be able to
TikToks
keep
at
up
3.
with the other kids?
See-
That it starts at home. You could teach your children before they can even speak. Picture and color, words and picture identification registers in them before they can even speak.
Yeah.
That's how they know what a cat is,
They
a
can
dog
hear
is, a
you
cup is, a bottle is. Like,
In
they
your
say
how they-
things to you.
That's how they know who Meg the Stallion is.
Right. So you think if your child can't identify mom, dad, cat, dog, they can't identify other pictures and eventually put that to words? It starts at home. So stop thinking that when your kids go to kindergarten, just because they don't know their ABCs and their 1, 2, 3s, that they need to be tested because they're slow or they have some type of learning disability.
Trust and
No, the
believe
learning
me.
disability is you disabling them to learn.
Talk
Now, trust and
heavy.
believe me, if my mom would have went for that shit, I'd have been behind because they tried me. But at the same time, I was dyslexic.
No. I'm
know
not.
what I mean?
Listen,
I
I
wasn't stupid,
have an autistic
but
child, so
I
I'm not saying that.
No, I'm saying like they tried to put me in them boxes, and she fought it, and they tried to suggest all type of things to remedy what they perceived was my problem, which at the end of the day never was my problem. I always was good on everything else. It's just certain shit I didn't. And you know what's crazy? A lot of stuff I got in trouble for not vibing with when I was a kid. Stuff they tried to teach me that I just didn't think was important. We coming to find out I was right.
It's not important.
All this shit that's shown right now. I mean,
It's not important.
it's not what they said it was.
Right.
Like history class was always a bad class for me because you want me to memorize dates, times, and places and shit that I don't believe happened the way that you said it happened.
And what makes me mad is
Because
like
I also
I'm supposed
have
to.
Black history class.
They're like, we're going by these books, right? And and please, y'all be mad at me. I normally don't talk about religion and stuff like that, but this goes all the way down to religious books. These are things that are written by man
Trying to find this
that
post.
are rewritten and rewritten. It's no different than when I might look at Paulie on Friday and say, hey, Paulie, such and such and such and such. Well, by the time it gets back to K on next Monday, it's going to be 2 to 2, 2 to 2. It's not going to be such and such and such and such. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You understand what I'm saying? Things change and times change. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, as the story starts to get... I'm not going to say fabricated because that's a whole nother thing. But as the story goes on or whatever, it's not the same story anymore. Like, you know what I mean? It's not the same.
Let me show you what I'm showing her.
I want to hear it.
What's that? Coco melon.
So, all right,
that my guy?
I'm explaining first. It's a post I found on Shade Room, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a family of 4, two black kids, mom and a dad. And it's showing these kids a bunch of images.
Okay.
They're showing them all the famous rappers. They start with this.
No? Okay, who's that?
Baby Shark.
Baby Shark.
So they
All
do know
right.
who
Who's
Pop
that?
Smoke
We don't know.
How y'all don't know who that is? It's the queen
They
of
don't
rap.
know
You gotta know who
who
that
that
is. What that say?
was. You can't. Oh.
2.
That's what I'm talking about. Who's that?
Is that better?
You don't know who that
They don't know
is?
who 21
What about her?
Savage
Come on.
No.
They don't know
Only
who Meg the
Savages.
Stallion
Y'all
is.
don't know what they doing.
Meditating.
Yes, honey. Okay, what's that?
Coco melon.
Coco melon.
This is Drake.
Come on, that's the best rapper out. Y'all gotta know him. Who's that? Ryan. All right. What's that? Lion King. That's what I'm talking about.
Give them access to.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? And I saw that today, and I was like, that's ill, because they're doing their job.
Yep.
They're doing their job. People say, well, it's on the radio. Well, it's on the TV. Well, clearly they missed all of that.
Yep.
Because everybody that's on the radio and the TV, they didn't get everything that was age appropriate and things that weren't age appropriate. They showed a picture of somebody going like this. They said, what are they doing? They said meditating.
Meditation.
You see what I'm saying? So it wasn't
Babies.
just cartoons that they were naming. These are images. Simple. Just what both of y'all ladies were just speaking to. These are images. This is the imagery that your kids get. This is what your kids see. You can't blame the radio. First of all, I hate hip-hop heads that blame the radio, let alone somebody talking about what they kid listen to, because nobody has to listen to the radio no damn more.
Right.
So you're complaining for the sake of complaining. We have auxiliary cords, Bluetooth, and all type of shit. You know what I mean? You probably don't pass admissions if you don't have a radio like this in your car.
Right.
So it's like you're allowing these things, and it's a point that I wanted to make earlier about something you said about younger mothers these days and how they're doing things differently. Well, we say that the little girl is grown, but she watches Love and Hip Hop every week. Because she sits on the couch with her mom, who's on the phone with somebody,
Talking
giving play-by-plays, talking about who's sexy and who's scattered and who's ratchet the entire time that she's sitting next to her. So when you tell the little girl chill and she tell you don't get your ratchet ass out of there, you like, she grown. No, she's sitting there. But if I sit little man up next to the homies and we watching basketball, he don't want to watch that. Why he not in his chair? It's so crazy.
And you can't just sit them in a chair and put them in front of a TV all day.
At all.
You have to interact. You have to put positive enforcement. You know what I mean? My daughter was literally, when I was pregnant with her, and I had a scare with her when I was 6 months pregnant. They told me to abort her because she wasn't going to make it through delivery. And, you know, I said, shit, I feel my baby move every day. We just going to have to gamble with this one and see what happens. You know what I mean? But I'm going to go through with this one. And I read to her every day. I said this before when we were talking. You know, I don't care if it just was, you know, Poland Springs, 1845. I enunciated. I spoke. My daughter spoke full sentences and could have full conversations with me way before she was 1. People used to be like, how old is she? And I was like, you know, she's like 10 months. And they like, 10 months? Yeah. And she don't drink a bottle, or she's not, you know, she was very not advanced, because I don't like to say kids are advanced, because kids will absorb whatever you teach them.
And some children do have a different understanding and
it's just a different way of learning.
But you have to start as early and as fruitfully as you can. But like, I had a little cousin that she didn't talk so long that for a while we was thinking like, all right now. And well, the adults were, and I kept saying she's not talking because she's spoiled. This little girl gets everything she wants without saying anything. When she started talking, she was speaking in complete sentences and paragraphs.
And y'all let her do that. So
you
now
see what I'm saying? Like when it got
to
to the point where she had to talk, which is probably when she had to start socializing with other kids and going to nursery and stuff like that. But before that, she could get anything she wanted in the world without anything. This little girl walked across the walkway to her house, came back with a Band-Aid for me because my head was split open. She ain't say no words.
She just went across the street and did it.
Put on. They looking at her. A week later, she probably was speaking in complete sentence. It was just like, you know, kids are going to be kids, but you got to put it out there. You have to dialogue with them. You have to show them things. You have to break down things on a level so they understand they can build from. Because that's all it is. These thoughts, we think it's our conscious. Half of it is what your mama told you. Or your grandmama told you, just
That's
clicking in
facts.
your head like, yeah, that's not right.
That's a lot of what we're saying about,
That's
you know,
not right.
as parents, we got to get out here. We got to take accountability for our kids, man. Like, we really got to take accountability for our kids. If you letting your kids run out here in these streets, you don't know where they are at. And I'm outside sometimes at 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm seeing youngins still out in the street. I don't care if you walk into the store. My youngin ain't walking to the store 1 o'clock in the morning,
My
bro.
kids are not allowed to go outside after it get dark.
Like, you're not walking to the store 1 o'clock in the morning. Not my daughters.
I pulled down to drop my man off, and I'm not gonna name a block. and it was pouring down raining at 3 a.m, and every kid on the block was running up and down the street playing tag in the middle of the street, and it was no adults outside.
I was gonna say, now don't get me wrong. And
it was pouring down rain.
I lived on a block that was like, a small block. It was a family block. Like everybody
played outside.
Yeah, like we used to be outside, on the porch. But after a certain time, we had to be on the porch. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But that's not what I mean.
No, this wasn't that neither. This is a block where everybody, mom and dad is in the house, twisted, getting their head knocked off.
See, and that's what I mean.
Yeah, like it was.
So
different.
everybody's so concerned about still partying. When mom is 25, you know what I mean, and kid is 15. Grandma 35, 45. Yeah, I mean, they got great grandmom still alive because everybody's so young. Everybody partying together. So now you're not a parent, you're a friend. You know what I'm saying? You got
That's
kids
the wrong
talking.
Route to take, man. You can't be your kid's friend.
Now, don't get me wrong. Me and my daughter have a very close relationship. When my daughter was in college, I can remember they got busted for drinking. She was at Lincoln, right? Mm-hmm. So
you supposed to get busted for drinking in college,
right? But what's that hub? What they call it? What's the security? What they call it?
Oh, I forget what they call it.
Whatever the security is at Lincoln. So my phone rings, 1:00 in the morning. Lincoln University. I live in Southwest. Mom. What, Dana? All right, listen. I'm at a party, you know what I mean? And I was drinking, and I ain't even really drunk or nothing yet. Mind you, she's not 21. So she's like, I'm not drunk or anything, but they about to start doing breathalyzers. And I'm just letting you know. But I'm listening in the background, and I'm hearing kids crying, like, cause if you get a positive breathalyzer, you have to get suspended, but you have to be removed from the premises immediately, which means somebody come get you. Somebody got to come get you.
So you about to call my mom?
Guess who, mom? You not calling? Because guess who's not coming at 12? Guess who's gonna be still sitting out there at 8:00 in the morning waiting for a ride in front of the Lincoln sign? Because the fuck, I'm not coming. So, and she knows this. So, and her thinking, let me give her a heads up. But we also have that bond. If my daughter was in the middle of her worst situation, bottom situation, I know that I developed a relationship with her that she can call me no matter what. Perfect example. When my daughter realized that she was gay, Mom, do you I just wanted to take you to lunch. Take me to lunch? Or you all right? She like, yeah, no, I just want to talk, I'm like, okay. Me and my daughter thoroughly shit. We love the shit out of each other.
Don't act like this the first lunch she took you to. You trying to out her like
no, my
crazy.
Daughter don't take me to lunch. Nobody takes me to lunch. I take everybody to lunch.
Me to lunch?
And, yeah, I said, you want to take me to lunch? And we're not real affectionate neither, right? So she's like, hey, Mom, she's trying to hug me. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? We go to lunch. So she's trying to set me up to tell me, that she has a girlfriend. So by the time she get to the end of the sentence and I'm trying to gather what she's saying, I'm saying, so what you saying, you gay? She like, yeah. I said, so you not pregnant? She like, no. I'm like, okay, you not molesting kids or nothing? She like, no. You not fucking with nobody that can't fucking defend themselves? No. Why the fuck are we at lunch? We could have did this shit at home. We didn't have to come out for lunch.
You was supposed to say, so we got all that out of the way. I still get to order dessert and shit, right?
No, but like, Mama, you could have saved your little couple dollars, bro. We didn't have to do it.
Don't save it.
I need it. But what I wanted her to understand is
it ain't that deep.
That conversation might have been deep for another family.
It ain't that deep.
But for us, bro, as long as you not killing nobody, because if you hurting somebody, I might have to take you up out of here.
No, let's think. If she was killing somebody and took you out to lunch, you'd have felt disrespected because you'd have been like, why the fuck is we out in public?
Why would you bring me out here?
I raised you better than this.
But you were supposed to be on the run.
She'd have been dead if she did this. I raised you better than this. You were supposed to just pack my bag for me.
Right. But, I just thought it was really, I really admire our relationship sometimes, and I got to remember that, it took a lot for me to build that with her. Don't get me wrong. My daughter's very sensitive. I'm very hard. You know how I talk. Y'all know how I sometimes, even when I'm trying to be soft, even if I'm asking you hand me that cup, and I'll be like, I didn't mean it like that. Could you hand me the cup, please? But that's work for me. You know what I mean? So my daughter's very sensitive, so it's hard for us to communicate because if she comes in and she's like, I'm going through it, Mom, I'm sad. And I'm like, well, what the fuck is wrong with you then? And she's 24, y'all. She's not a baby. So I'm like, what the fuck is wrong? Oh, I don't know. My girlfriends don't like me. No, man, fuck them bitches. Nigga, we don't give a fuck about none of that.
Right.
Moving on. Oh, such and such hasn't called me in a week. They're not my friend anymore. Fuck friends. We don't need no friends. I'm your friend.
No, that's me. I'm Mr. Fuck 'em.
I'm Mr. Fuck It.
I'm fuck it, fuck that, fuck them.
It, fuck everything.
Yo, that's me.
The fuck it drug.
I'm into that. I'm so into that when motherfuckers be like, but this, no, fuck that.
They'll be like,
I done told you that before.
That was your niece. She lived with you for 16 years. You haven't talked to her in 7 years. Okay. Y'all know my saying. We good till we not. And then when we're not, we probably never will be again. Because my petty is real.
I just don't rule nothing out because I lost way too many people to do that to myself. But at the same time, I'm good at the fuck it. I'm real good at the fuck it.
Well, I say that to say if you don't come back, it's okay. Mm-hmm. But I feel like if God wants for somebody to be back in your life for whatever reason, then they're going to be back around.
And that's what I was saying earlier about that conversation we had off camera when I was like, yeah, after the 2 years, I probably had to see you in 6 and see if you was... Anyway.
Yeah.
Later in life, shit.
Facts.
No, but this has been a goodie. Paulie has finally gotten out of her phone again. So anything that we missed...
Paulie, I know what she missed. Yeah, I know what she missed.
What I missed?
Let me tell y'all something, right? Ever since we started our show...
Oh, dear God. Here we go with the shits.
I'm interested.
Paulie has been getting all kind of love requests.
Fan mail.
And all I'm saying is... I want some fan mail.
She wasn't over there checking her fan.
4933 Old York Road is where I be at.
Business.
I'm going to clarify because she be joking. We on camera. She wasn't checking her fan mail.
No.
She was handling business.
Yeah, that was business.
Oh, no. She was handling it. No, she wasn't checking no
after a certain amount of hours of me not responding and answering because I'm out here, the niggas is like, wait, what? Yeah, so I got to make... Everything's good as a go. Things are still working.
I'm on the way.
And shout out to all my fans. Gotta show some love to the fans. Hey. I don't want to call them fans. I'm gonna call them my supporters.
They're her supporters.
They're my supporters.
All I'm saying is,
y'all don't have to keep.
Ain't bras.
Y'all don't have to keep sending the love to Juice's DM because she's cursing me out.
No. You can send it, but just listen. I like flowers too. I really don't like flowers. You can send anything.
Why are we talking about flowers?
Why
are we talking about flowers?
She's just saying that if
I just like flowers. No, I'm just saying flowers in general. Oh. All right.
What happened, Paulie?
What happened, Sam?
Right.
When the shoe be fitting, boy, I tell you, they go crazy. All I'm saying is, I like gifts too.
Shout out to the sweet fella who delivered me flowers today.
No, that was really nice. That was and like I said, you know what I mean. That was a thorough situation, and we need more men out here that
give flowers.
No, not just get flowers, but go back to that old school type.
Yeah, flowers and
flow.
dates.
Everything ain't. Bitches don't just want to be. This a whole nother podcast. You got another hour?
No.
Oh, all right. Because bitches just don't want to be fucked no more. That's over. And we don't need $40.
I
got my own $40. I don't need $40, even when I don't.
She goes from left to the right, and
you didn't like my.
The wave is actually bigger than the paddleboard, but she.
I always been the woman you have to woo. I ain't never just want to been fucked. You ain't just. First of all, yeah.
Woo woo woo.
Woo 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 woo.
Woo woo.
No, but how do you feel about that? Do you still date your significant other?
We date all the time.
See?
But y'all hang together a lot, so y'all are
but
friends.
It ain't the same when y'all go on dates.
Randomly lunch date, randomly dinner date. Like we date all the fucking time. We schedule shit.
How important is that?
I mean, at the end of the day, you gotta differentiate between the time that you're doing what you gotta do and the time that you're doing what you want to do with each other.
Now,
there has to be a separation.
Do you do it for you, or do you do it because you think it makes her feel good?
We do it because we both enjoy the same shit. Like I might just want to go bust your ass at Dave and Buster's and the jump shot on Connect.
I don't think you be winning though. I'm Team K.
You know I mean, I know that K is a fly girl, so I doubt.
For us sometimes, like
I doubt you ever beat her at anything in Dave and Buster's.
And then we drink some beers and we play some other shit, and laugh at each other, and motherfucking find something to eat.
I love
you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't about shit, but we eat great constantly. We not big on taking pictures of plates and shit, but you see
that's not important.
Is that a shot?
You seen igloos and shit? No, I don't think you post plates.
Oh, I do. I used to. I be busy.
You post plates you make. Oh.
But I haven't cooked in like 19
like,
months.
You know how you be in a restaurant?
I'm still on
and
strike.
The table got their food. The first 5 minutes,
they like
all
this.
trying to get their fucking pictures right.
Yeah.
Food
That
cold
was
as
me
shit
not too
before you
Time
take
I
a
remember I
bite.
was supposed to take a picture for somebody. I done ate some of it.
But that just shows you how important presentation is. It's all about the presentation.
Yeah, but I done cooked before, so I know about presentation. Some of that shit ain't as impressive as y'all think it is. I'm just saying, like I played it for a living.
When keeping it real. On this episode of Keeping It Real. Get your nasty ass plates off the camera.
Beyond that, I mean, outside of that, even places that I've eaten it, just people got it's ways of doing shit that ain't what people you ain't doing as much as you think you do sometimes.
Yeah,
you know
I'm big on
Shout out to
dating.
my man Jeezy, and Jeezy was there on FlyDay, light skinned brother, but his plate game phenomenal.
He's a chef?
Phenomenal, yeah. Jeezy
When's he gonna come sponsor one of the events?
Actually, I'm trying to see what his next situation.
Juice always trying to eat
because he had a food truck that was pretty successful, but then he separated himself and now he's trying to find his own situation. So I was giving him time, but we can always figure out something. We send the groceries. I'm sure he'll prepare it.
I am currently looking for a chef who would like to collaborate with me on infusing some meals because I'm lazy.
Ooh, I got something for you, something special.
Yeah, but we're gonna do tryouts. It ain't gonna be for everybody, so we gotta make sure that it's gotta be right.
All
so
I'm saying is, if my man in the competition, it ain't.
But all I'm saying is, I ain't gonna front. There's two bosses sitting next to me, and normally anybody they throw my way is normally it. But definitely hit me up.
I like that crazy. No, but I'm into good food though, so I'm excited about that.
But
I'm scared of your food being infused by you.
No, don't. It's gonna be lovely. You'll sleep very well. But I want to get. I know we gotta go.
Bed.
Yeah, and get ready. No, right next to the bed, and then get right in the bed.
All right.
And then you gonna sleep wonderfully. You might wake up 2 days later, but you be all right.
Damn.
So
that's a coma.
Half a plate staring at you.
I just want to make this a point, even though the wave is going all over the place and we was talking about one thing or another, but we were just talking about how important it is to date in a relationship.
It's our platform talk.
Especially when you've been in a relationship for past the honeymoon stage.
Right.
Past that first 1 year, 2 years, you know what I mean? Everybody's locked into, like you said, working, you know what I mean? And if you got separate jobs and y'all not working together, then you really not seeing each other. Me and my husband never see each other because, I come in late and he's working all day or whatever. And we're trying to get back to that dating again because you literally lose each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And don't know who each other, you don't know who y'all are anymore and y'all sleep in a bed together every day. Not saying that I don't know who my husband is. I'm just saying in general.
But and that's the thing. Like, we work together a lot, but she also doesn't work with me. Mm-hmm. But when she doesn't work with me and say, for instance, she got a meeting downtown.
We get mad when Kay don't be with him. We like, well, where's Kay?
But if she got a meeting downtown, she be like, I got a meeting downtown. You want to meet me downtown for lunch after my meeting?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying? And we'll go do that. And she'll go back to work.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Or we'll be leaving therapy and got some extra time and decide to go somewhere we can sit down and fucking, you know what I mean, relax at and eat. Which has been harder during the pandemic, but we found igloos and shit.
But you gotta find ways. There's ways. If you don't know, you know what I mean, just Google it. They'll give you 30,000 ways to woo your wife without spending no money. But that's thorough. I don't know why I wanted to talk about that, but it just seemed like a good
such
topic.
Is life, man, and you gave up a lot of yours today, so I ain't gonna hold back on mine.
I gotta stop telling y'all so much about myself. Y'all tell y'all my name, tell y'all my life.
Not once. I
be feeling like this is Ayanla sipping with Sammie.
No, but that's what this is for. And that wasn't. And you know what's crazy? We started out sober, so it ain't like we came in lit and you was in that. You just wanted to say what you wanted to say, and it fit.
Well, that's what happens with you. It just comes out.
Yeah.
Okay,
We
have it
really
with Paulie.
just be vibing.
We just do.
Y'all my fly girls, man. I appreciate y'all.
We appreciate
you. The support, the love. I see how y'all talk about me when I'm not around. You know what I mean?
That's what you got to look for.
I see how y'all talk about me when I'm not around.
I tell people that I don't give a fuck what you say about me in my face. What you say about me behind my back.
Right.
But at the same time, I salute y'all hustle, y'all efforts always, and I definitely appreciate y'all support. Y'all have made a lot of things possible. We got some team things coming up that the people will see. Y'all will get some of that on social media, some of it other ways.
Cop up on this fly merch though.
There's a lot of merch, a lot of fly boy merch, fly girl merch. The fly girl merch is getting crazy. It is getting
I'm so
crazy.
excited.
I done seen about 3 different Fly Girl
I can't wait.
sweatsuits. I'm so confused.
Yeah.
Don't
Shout out
do
to
that.
the logo, man.
Shout out to the
working.
logo.
Salute to him. Like,
Shout out to our Sippin with Sammie pins.
Yeah, we
man,
just got
the
pins
Sippin
today.
pins is now available. Yeah. It's all type of shit, man. I'm about to order some more shit too, man. But all of the merch is available. SippinWitSammie.com is still a thing. Hit me up in the DM, email, text, whatever. We can figure it out. We ship and all that. And salute to everybody that's been sending me the pictures with the Sippin with Sammie glasses. Them Jones is dope. I've been seeing a lot of good looks on the drink side of things. I'm a connoisseur, so I like to see what my people is drinking good.
Yeah.
So I love the love on them flicks because it make me feel like I'm sipping with y'all as y'all should make me feel because y'all sipping with me.
Right.
But ladies, y'all want to sign out and then I'm gonna do my fizzle.
Well, y'all already know.
You gotta sip. That's bad luck.
I
Teach
know.
good etiquette on
Sorry,
the show.
good sipping etiquette. I gotta get my shit together.
See, that's
if
why
I
I-
ain't sipping with
that's
Sammie,
why I ain't clicked the
get my
glaze.
life to fuck together.
Yeah.
There you go. She almost died.
Do you know if this is a liquor juice or a weed juice?
I feel like you said that was cognac.
Okay, well that's what it's gonna be. Y'all know who it is. It's your highness hashtag Chick with the juice is juicy, baby. The party plug. If you know, you know. If you don't, you better get on the wave. I'm gonna end another part today, but I'm gonna figure it out because they said the one that I put ain't work. And I'm
Y'all comment what y'all think she should end it
yeah.
with.
What should I end that
Leave
with?
it in the
You know what I
comments.
mean? You know what I mean? You gotta get on the
We
wave.
gonna vote on Instagram.
Either get on the wave or, and then I'm gonna put a line and y'all can finish it. Matter of fact, I'll give something away for it.
That'd be dope.
And I am
Signing out.
What? No, I'm signing out, but I'm 1/3 of
We ain't rushing.
I'm in Fly Girl Friday, part of Fly Boy Friday and the Fly team.
Absolutely.
Also, host of Loudmouth Podcast and co-host of Paulie and the Gang, and fucking like the mom of Glocawear Radio Station. I'm the ice lady.
Then mother.
The den mom. Yeah, I'm the den mom. But and I'm gonna sign out and send it over to my co-host.
You already know it's Paulie, baby, and please don't forget the fucking baby.
Oh, she said fuck it this time.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Yeah, it's my show.
Yeah, we can curse.
Do it again. Do it again.
You already know it's Paulie, baby, and please don't forget the fucking baby. I'm also 1/3 of the Fly Girls. Paulie and the Gang's my show and co-hosting of Loudmouth Podcast with my sis Juice, and I'm gonna turn it over to my bro.
Listen, man, I truly had a pleasure with y'all. It's funny because when y'all watch this back, y'all gonna realize that this is just y'all talking and me fucking interjecting once in a while. And it was awesome. I had a great time. I trusted y'all completely. So,
You know when to tell us to shut up.
That's why y'all art Fly Girls. That's why y'all earn all the respect that y'all get in the rooms that y'all travel in. So I want to salute y'all for that. I also want to salute Sister Talia.
Again.
Sister Talia for running around and giving a fuck about our community and giving a fuck about the people, children that act like they don't even realize that they got children sometimes. She does that constantly. She does it passionately. And the more she does it, the bigger the network grows. And she also helps to grow our network. So that's something to always be appreciated because all we speak about on this platform, shout out to South, Sunny Brick, is the network, the love, the leading with love part. Things like that, you know what I mean? I think they're very important.
Yes.
So I just wanted to shout all of these ladies out. Salute the Font Productions
all
at
the time.
Font Philly, PHANTPHILLY on
Fourth
Instagram.
member of the Fly Girl.
Oh yeah, 4th member. That's what's
Fly
crazy.
Girl.
Like I don't even know how many Fly Girls is, but I leave that to y'all. Just you know.
Listen, Kay has, you know, we're gonna have to like really make you an honorary member of the Fly Girl
She got a
because
sweatsuit.
I only
that's
it's
all.
not
Then we
about the
stamp it.
sweatsuit. It's about
Kay
it's
really a Fly
Kay is
Girl,
really
man.
a Fly Girl, bro.
Talk about it.
Like,
Kay is
she is, man. She's
Kay does not
Superwoman.
try to be anything more than what she is, and that's why I love her.
Absolutely, and she
You know,
real,
and
yo.
she's a boss, and she moves.
I be talking to Kay like me and Kay knew each other for 10 years. I be telling
That's
her my
how she
life
make
and
you
shit.
feel.
Like, yeah, Kay, because all this is going on. Like, what you think?
You be like, Kay, fix it. You be like,
Yeah,
Kay,
what you
fix it
think?
for me.
Like-
Kay, fix my
You know
life.
what's crazy? I don't even be knowing about none of that.
Because it ain't none of your business. We be having our own time.
None of that. I don't need to know. What's for me is for me, and that's a life thing in general. You know what I
Facts,
mean?
in general.
And your time is your time, and right now I feel like a lot of the people that surround me are getting to that point where we about to see a lot of explosions happen in a good way for a lot of people that we support, and us in general.
We made it.
So salute to y'all. But this has been and for always will be Sippin' with Sammie, Sam Malone, Barstool Rug. If you ain't sipping with Sammie, you ain't sipping right. Get your fucking life together. And I'm signing out with the Fly Girls, man. That's it.
Malone.
Hands up! Hands up!
This a heads up, I came to get my bread up. I ain't deviating for shit, homie, I'm fed up. I ain't flipped out in the bit, kept my head up. Nose clean, toes down, businessmen become foes now. Shark Tank, dog eat dog, bet they know now. The Puma nigga with long hair will throw down. Time to go now, been told y'all, let's talk about it. Tried to settle down, tip, fuck it, I'm back to
Drown shit.
heavy talk, so come heavy, you're not around here. And this wherever, fuck where I'm at, I ain't from down here. Mama angel, I was fumbled from heaven, ain't no how. Your chick bless me, I'm earth's blessing, it's
Going down.
tired of night stressing about how to get you to listen. Pick a side, ride or die, I'm on a mission. Cousin, I'm a chef, ain't tripping about Hell's Kitchen. I drink like a fish, no ocean too deep to swim in, I'm out here. I was down, you called it winning. Short-sighted motherfucker, this light, my life's different. Plenty nights, them lights shimmered. Upgraded the wheel, treat them lights different. While chiefing tonight's Israel.
Hands up! Hands up!
I'm decent, we living, cognac, toasting and bitten. Laugh at shit that ain't funny, my happiness ain't money. Nothing short of a box, a cage could take it from me. My get back phenomenal, come up
Astronomical.
I'm the one they whisper about and try to outdo. Whole world wanna sip with Sammie, not you. I'm checking for checks, I hated you, not true. My eyes up to the sky, I'm focused above you.
Hands up!